Over 60 and wondering whether MCT oil or coconut oil will actually boost your energy? Here's the truth. One of these gives you quick, noticeable energy in minutes, while the other works much slower and gentler. But which one is right for your body after 60? I am going to show you exactly how these oils work differently in your body, which one delivers the energy boost you're looking for, and the surprising way some people combine both for all-day vitality. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which oil to add to your morning routine. Here is what most people do not realize. MCT oil and coconut oil come from the same source, but they work completely differently in your body after 60. One goes straight to your liver and becomes fuel in minutes, while the other takes a much slower, gentler path. As a nutrition researcher who has helped over 1,000 people over 60 optimize their energy levels, I've seen the confusion firsthand. People expect the same results from both oils, then get disappointed. And the combination method I will reveal at the end has surprised my clients with how it maintains steady energy from morning until evening. Let us talk about what is really happening to your energy after 60. Maybe you wake up feeling tired even after a full night's sleep. By mid-morning, you are already thinking about that second cup of coffee. And by afternoon, you are either crashing hard or desperately wanting a nap. Sound familiar? After 60, your body's energy production systems start working differently. Your metabolism slows down, and your body does not process fats and carbohydrates the same way it used to. That is why so many people are turning to coffee upgrades like coconut oil or MCT oil. But here's the problem I see repeatedly. People think they are the same thing, or they choose randomly based on price or what they heard from a friend. The truth is, they are completely different in how they affect your energy levels, and choosing the wrong one for your specific needs means you might be missing out on the energy boost you are desperately seeking. But first, let me show you why coconut oil might not be giving you the energy results you expected. Let us start with coconut oil, because most people are familiar with this one. Coconut oil is the natural, unrefined oil extracted directly from coconut meat. It has been used for centuries and contains a complex mix of different types of fats. But before we dive in, tell me in the comments what city and country you are watching from. Plus, I've put together a complete senior's guide to supplements and health boosters that can change your quality of life. Link in the first comment. Here is what is actually in coconut oil that matters for energy. About 60% of it is medium-chain triglycerides, but it also contains longer-chain fats like lauric acid. This mix is important because it affects how your body processes the oil for energy. When you consume coconut oil, your body has to break down this complex mixture. Some of it gets processed quickly, but much of it goes through your normal fat digestion process, which takes time and energy. The benefits of coconut oil are real, but gradual. You might notice a gentle, sustained energy that builds over hours rather than minutes. It also supports immune function thanks to that lauric acid, and it is widely available and affordable. John, who is 70, told me he loves coconut oil because it does not give him jitters or stomach upset. He adds a teaspoon to his morning coffee and feels it supports his energy throughout the day, though he admits the effect is subtle. But here is what coconut oil cannot do. It will not give you that quick energy boost you might be looking for. And if you use too much, more than a tablespoon at once, it can cause digestive discomfort because your system has to work to process all those different fats. Now, if coconut oil works slowly and gently, what I'm about to show you works in the complete opposite way, and the difference might shock you. MCT oil is where things get really interesting for people over 60 who want noticeable energy results. Here is a shocking statistic. After age 60, your body's ability to produce energy from glucose drops by up to 40%. That is why so many seniors feel tired despite eating well. MCT stands for medium-chain triglycerides, and this clear oil is extracted from coconut oil, but then purified to contain only the most powerful energy-producing fats, C8 and C10. Think of coconut oil like crude oil, and MCT oil like premium gasoline. They come from the same source, but one has been refined to be pure fuel. Comment fuel if you want energy that you can actually feel working in your body. Here's the remarkable thing about MCT oil. When you consume it, it bypasses your normal fat digestion process completely. It goes straight to your liver and gets converted into ketones, which are like premium fuel for both your brain and your muscles. Let me show you exactly what this looks like. 1 teaspoon of MCT oil in hot coffee. Notice how it blends completely clear. No oily film on top like you might get with coconut oil. Stir it well for 10 seconds, and you have instant brain fuel. This process happens fast. We are talking 15 to 30 minutes from consumption to noticeable energy. Compare that to coconut oil, which might take 2 to 3 hours to provide its full effect. Emily, who is 65, contacted me because she was exhausted every afternoon. She had tried coconut oil for 2 months with minimal results. When she switched to MCT oil, just half a teaspoon in her morning coffee, she called me after 1 week, amazed. Emily said, "Within 20 minutes of drinking my coffee, I felt sharp and energized. Not jittery like caffeine, but genuinely fueled. And that energy lasted for hours, not just minutes." But here is what surprised me most about MCT oil for seniors. It is not just physical energy. Many people over 60 report better mental clarity and focus. That is because your brain loves ketones as fuel, especially as glucose metabolism becomes less efficient with age. Now, MCT oil is not perfect. It is significantly more expensive than coconut oil. And here's the important part. If you use too much too quickly, it can cause digestive upset, stomach cramps, nausea, or diarrhea. This is why starting slowly is crucial. So now you know the fundamental difference. But how do you decide which one your body needs? The answer depends on a factor most people never consider. Let me give you a simple decision framework that takes all the guesswork out of this choice, based on what I have learned from working with hundreds of people over 60. Choose coconut oil if you want gentle, sustained energy support throughout the day. You prefer natural, minimally processed options. You are sensitive to strong supplements or have a delicate digestive system. You want something affordable that you can also use in cooking. And if you are looking for gradual, long-term energy support rather than an immediate boost, choose MCT oil if you want quick, noticeable energy that you can feel working within 30 minutes. You're dealing with significant afternoon energy crashes and need something powerful. You want mental clarity and focus along with physical energy. You do not mind paying more for concentrated results. And you are willing to start slowly and build up your tolerance. But here is what is really interesting. In my research, I have found that the best choice often depends on your current energy patterns, not just your preferences. If you wake up tired, but maintain decent energy through the day, coconut oil's gradual support might be perfect. But if you have good morning energy that crashes by afternoon, MCT oil's quick-acting fuel might be exactly what you need. The key insight is this. Coconut oil supports your existing energy systems, while MCT oil provides alternative fuel when those systems are not working well. Think about your energy patterns right now. Comment gradual if you prefer steady, all-day support, or quick if you need fast-acting energy boosts. But before you make your final decision, let me show you the exact way to use whichever one you choose, because the method makes all the difference in your results. Let us get practical, because knowing how to use these oils properly is the difference between success and disappointment. For coconut oil, start with 1 teaspoon mixed into hot coffee or tea. The heat helps it blend smoothly instead of creating an oily layer on top. You can gradually increase to 1 tablespoon if you want stronger effects, but most people find 1 to 2 teaspoons perfect. Use coconut oil with your first meal or coffee of the day. Since it works gradually, morning consumption gives you sustained energy through your active hours. For MCT oil, this requires more careful dosing. Start with just half a teaspoon. I cannot stress this enough. Mix it thoroughly into hot coffee, tea, or even a smoothie. After 1 week with no digestive issues, you can increase to a full teaspoon. Never start with a full tablespoon of MCT oil. I have had clients end up with stomach cramps, and worse because they thought more was better. Build up slowly over 2 to 3 weeks. Both oils work great in coffee, but let me show you the best way to do this. Pour your hot coffee first. Add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil and watch. You need to stir vigorously because coconut oil can create an oily layer if not mixed well. The heat helps it melt and blend. For MCT oil, it is much easier. 1 teaspoon blends instantly with no stirring needed. But here are some alternatives. Blend either oil into a morning smoothie, stir into oatmeal or yogurt, or even take a small spoonful directly if you can handle the texture. Take MCT oil when you want energy within the next few hours. Morning is ideal, but some people use a small dose before afternoon activities or workouts. Always consume these oils with some food or at least coffee with milk. Taking them on a completely empty stomach increases the chance of digestive discomfort. Comment coffee if you will add it to your morning coffee, or smoothie if you prefer blending it into other drinks. Now, let me tell you about 2 of my clients who chose differently and why both made the right choice for their specific situations. Let me share two stories that perfectly illustrate why there is no universal best choice. First, there's Emily, who I mentioned earlier. Emily is 65 and works part-time as a librarian. Her biggest struggle was afternoon energy crashes that left her useless after 2 in the afternoon. She tried coconut oil for 2 months because it was cheaper and more natural. Emily's honest feedback? I think it helped a little, but I could not really tell the difference. When she switched to MCT oil, starting with just half a teaspoon, everything changed. Within a week, her afternoon crashes disappeared. She told me, I actually have energy for evening activities now instead of just collapsing on the couch. Now compare that to John, who is 70. John's issue was not energy crashes. He just felt generally low energy and wanted gentle support throughout the day. He also has a sensitive stomach, and was worried about digestive upset. John tried MCT oil first because he heard it was more powerful. Even starting with a quarter teaspoon, he experienced stomach discomfort. But when he switched to coconut oil using 1 teaspoon in his morning coffee, he found exactly what he was looking for. John's feedback: it is not dramatic, but I feel more steady throughout the day. And I love that I can cook with it too. It does not feel like taking a supplement. Both Emily and John made the right choice for their bodies and lifestyles. The key was matching the oil to their specific energy needs and digestive tolerance. But what if you do not want to choose between them? What if you could get the benefits of both? Here is something I have been experimenting with that has given remarkable results, using both oils strategically throughout the day. Some of my most successful clients use a small amount of MCT oil in their morning coffee for that quick energy boost, then incorporate coconut oil into their cooking and meals for sustained support throughout the day. Here is exactly how they do it. Half a teaspoon of MCT oil in morning coffee for immediate energy and mental clarity. Then 1 teaspoon of coconut oil used in cooking lunch or dinner, or stirred into an afternoon herbal tea for gentle, sustained support. This approach gives you the best of both worlds: quick-acting fuel when you need it most, plus gentle, sustained energy support throughout the day. You are not relying on just one type of fat for energy. Sarah, who is 68, has been using this combination for 6 months. She says, my morning MCT gives me the energy to tackle my day, and the coconut oil keeps me steady. I do not have the ups and downs I used to have. The combination approach also helps with cost. Since you are using less MCT oil, the expensive one, your monthly cost is not much higher than using coconut oil alone, but you get significantly better energy results. Start with just 1 oil for 2 weeks, then gradually introduce the second. This way, you can see how each affects you individually before combining them. But regardless of which approach you choose, there are 3 crucial mistakes most people make that sabotage their results completely. Let me quickly cover the 3 biggest mistakes I see people make, so you can avoid them completely. Mistake number 1. Starting with too much. Whether it is coconut oil or MCT oil, people think more is better. Start small and build gradually. Your digestive system needs time to adapt to processing these concentrated fats. Mistake number 2. Expecting immediate results from coconut oil. If you choose coconut oil, give it at least 2 to 3 weeks of consistent use before evaluating its effects. It is not designed for immediate energy like MCT oil. Mistake number 3. Taking MCT oil late in the day. MCT oil can be energizing enough to interfere with sleep if taken after 2 in the afternoon. Morning or early afternoon is best. Quality matters enormously. For coconut oil, choose organic, cold-pressed, unrefined oil. For MCT oil, look for pure C8 and C10 triglycerides with no other additives. Comment: quality. If you want me to share my specific brand recommendations in a future video, let me bring this all together for you. Coconut oil gives you gentle, sustained energy support. It is natural, affordable, and works well for people with sensitive systems who want gradual improvement. MCT oil delivers quick, noticeable energy and mental clarity. It is more expensive, but provides fast-acting fuel that you can feel working within 30 minutes. The combination approach gives you both immediate and sustained energy support, though it requires more careful planning and gradual introduction. The key is matching your choice to your specific energy patterns, digestive tolerance, and lifestyle needs. So here's my challenge for you. Pick 1 oil based on what you learned today and try it for exactly 7 days. That is long enough to feel real results, but short enough that you're not making a huge commitment. Which oil have you tried before? Coconut oil, MCT oil, or both? And what was your experience? Tell me in the comments below. I genuinely want to hear about your results, both good and challenging. Remember, if you want, I will make available our complete guide for seniors on supplements and health products that can change your quality of life. Link in the first comment with a limited time offer. If this video helped you make a clear decision, hit subscribe and the notification bell. I create new content every week specifically for people over 60 who want to optimize their energy naturally. And do not miss my next video where I will show you the coffee habits that rebuild strength and energy after 60, including some surprising mistakes that might be sabotaging your results right now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.